We woke up Saturday morning to winter trying to make a comeback. Luckily, it didn't last long. There was work to be done. We're here on a double mission today. We're in a gravel pit in the middle of nowhere, or a sandy gravel pit. We're going to dig up some gravel and sand to fill in some sloped areas on our own property, try to level out some more usable land. At the same time, we're going to bring some of this back. We're going to pan it to see if we can find any gold in it. There is some gold in the area. Stay tuned. From over here, you can kind of get a better picture of what we're working with here. See, it's notched into the side of a hill. So where we were just digging is probably about 35 feet lower than the natural level of the ground. Mixture of beach sand and just rubbly gravel. We've just about got a full load there now. Kylie's just picking up some ornamental rocks she wants to put on her rock wall around the cabin. Turned out to be a nice day right now. Snowed heavy this morning. There's some moose poop for those of you that don't know what it looks like. Here's my hand for scale. Back to work. That's a lot of weight in that little trailer. It's only rated for 1,200 pounds, I think it is. It's got to be more than that, I would imagine. So we'll take it slow. Don't want to burn the belt out on the four-wheeler either. Here we go. Well, we made it back with no issue. You could definitely feel it behind the four-wheeler though, coming down the road. It's probably about a 4-kilometer one-way trip. Let me give you a brief overview of my 32-year plan. So you see that big tree right there? That's an ash tree. I think it might already be dead. If it's not, it will be shortly, like every other ash tree around here. So we're kind of making preparations for when it's gone. But I want to move all this stuff right here and start leveling this gravel in towards that side of the woodshed there. Make a little bit more usable space. It's probably hard to tell here on camera, but there's a little dip right there. I'm going to start slowly filling that in. I just have to clean this up here a bit. This old dead poplar tree and that sawhorse right there. And probably dump the first load or two right in that little dip. Fill that in, rake it out. This is actually more of just a practice run to make sure we can haul that behind the four-wheeler no problem. I've got some bigger plans on the go. Let me go show you what those are. So I'd like to dig that up along there, right here, and install some gabion cages, fill them with big boulders, and then fill on top of them with gravel and make some nice level space through here as well. Make it a little more convenient for getting around the cabin if we've got to take the four-wheeler around there or something. I'll go down over the hill and try to give you a little more perspective on how much slope there is. This view might be a little bit better. So I'm about 20 feet from the wall of the cabin. And my head, the top of my head is flush with the underside of that concrete slab. So that's how much drop off there is. See, I'd put the gabion cages right, dig out a nice level shelf, put them right through here. Fill them full of boulders. I think it'll work out nice. Be a fun little project. Okay, so I'm gonna get this area all cleaned up. Get ready to dump that gravel in there.
this before. You took all the worries from my mind. Darling, please forgive me if I stay a little more. I can't look away from those brown eyes. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We can take our time and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along. Darling, tell me all about the dreams you had last night. You can be so restless in your sleep. I ain't going nowhere, always feels so very right. When you find good love, it's the one that you should keep. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We can take our time and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along. If I ever hurt you, dear, oh, I apologize. Heaven knows I'm no perfect man. I can't take another night without you by my side. Please come home as quickly as you can. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all.
Step one, take all these rocks off for Kylie's rock wall.
We may change our mind, but I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along.
So as promised, I am going to scoop a little bit of this out and try panning this old gold pan. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to try my best. I threw some sand on top, but down underneath is some good gravelly stuff I'm going to try. Let's go see what we can do. So my plan is just to use the water from the rain barrel. I'm sure that's just fool's gold, mica or whatever it's called. Check that out. It's enough to get you excited right there. So I'm learning my first gold panning lesson already. Don't put so much in your pan to start with. I've already been 30 minutes reducing this much down. Go ahead and tell me in the comments how wrong I'm doing this. I am starting to see a little of that black sand everybody looks for. One of those pans with the ribs in it would be handy. So there are a few little flakes in there that's caught my eye. But it's getting a little dark, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this away for the evening. I want to dump that trailer so that weight of that gravel's not sitting on those axles all night. Then I'll pick this up again in the morning when it's better daylight. You see I'm starting to get down to a lot of black sand now. Yeah, there's a couple little things in there that just want to investigate a little more seriously. It's a long process. It's taken me almost an hour to get this down. It's not a very good pan. It's too reflective. So yeah, let's go dump that trailer. We'll tuck this away for the night. So my gold pan froze up last night. A little cooler than I thought it was going to be. So we'll let that sit for a couple hours while we go get some more gravel. So that's another full load. I actually brought the metal detector. I'm gonna go up around the rim of this little gravel pit, just see if I can find anything. Just poke around for a few minutes. I've wandered quite a ways now and haven't picked up a single beep on the metal detector. That's kind of makes me happy and sad at the same time. So that makes for poor metal detection, but means that it's a nice, clean, natural area. So that's a good thing. I'm gonna keep poking around for a while. So I just found this, no idea what it is. Maybe some sort of an old pail or something. This was hollow at one point. We'll keep going. The next priceless treasure, an old 7-Up can. We're not paying the bills with this. Let's keep looking. Cool little spot right here. I'm in this little stand of spruce trees here. Creek on one side and big hill behind me. Stumbled on this rock right here. It's really weird looking. Almost looks like a headstone. It's really out of place with the shape of the rest of the rocks in this area. weird. Almost a little creepy. It's relatively flat on this side, or this end, and rounded up on the top. It's in there solid as can be. Those roots must be wrapped around it, I think, and holding it in there. Interesting. I don't want to disturb it just in case it is an actual grave marker from days gone by. I'll keep moving on. If I'm going to get eaten by a black bear, it's probably going to be right now in the next few minutes in this spot. Very berry. We're probably a kilometer from the four-wheeler, at least maybe a kilometer and a half. Especially the way we got to take a roundabout to get back to it. We got a little bit of everything here landscape-wise today. We're out of the swamp and up on a big ridge. See, way down the bottom there's a little creek. Can't really see through the trees, but it goes up quite steep there. Again, we're about halfway up the hill. We're going to keep working along this ridge until we get a little closer to where the four-wheeler is, then we'll drop down over. Not too far now as the crow flies. We made it back. That was quite the excursion. Going to bring this load back, dump it, then finish up that gold pan. See what else we can get into. That makes a world of difference there already from what it was. So you can actually carry quite a bit more gravel in that little trailer than I thought we were going to be able to. So that'll speed things up a lot faster than I thought as well for some of the landscaping projects around here. The pan solid out. Let's get back to this, see if we struck it rich or not. Now I'm not totally sure, but I think this red that you're seeing right there is red garnet. That's pretty cool. So you see that little gold thing right there beside that red garnet. I've been trying to work that down. It doesn't move around like all the fool's gold. Kind of think that might be a little tiny microscopic piece of gold. I've been working it down, but it doesn't flop around, so it's good and heavy. I'll keep reducing it down, see if I can get it out, but it's so tiny. That's a cool green stone right there. Oh, that's some sort of a garnet as well. All sorts of nice colors in here. And other than that one flake, it doesn't look promising. I'm gonna get one of those new plastic ones and give it another go. Some of the creeks around here. I think that's about as reduced as I'm gonna get it with this pan without dumping it all overboard. There's a lot of red garnet in this though. It's official, I've been bitten by the gold panning bug. I've ordered a new gold pan, and we'll try some different places in the area. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Take care.
It's the smile within the pain. It's the logic but insane. cannot know from where it came.